When I started 1994, found the internet, and I got crazy about the internet, and give up my job in the teaching, and like I call myself like a blind man riding on the back of blind tigers, jumping around, still kicking and still surviving. And then joined the government organization for 16 months and not successful. Start Alibaba in 1999. And we built up the Alibaba. We are lucky enough to have the Taobao, we have the Alipay, we have Ali Cloud Computing, and so many things. After 12 years, I say, I need some time to rest. Especially this year was so difficult for me. I did not expect. I prepared for 12 years, was in China called a Benmingnian. This is our 12th year for Alibaba. At the beginning of the year, we have the moving for the Alibaba B2B CEO because of the custom cheating things. And then we have the Alipay and about the VIE. I still don't know what the VIE is, right? And then we have the Ali Taobao separated in 4 parts. So many things that really make me feel tired. And I said, well, why not give up 1 year? Because next year is my personal Benmingnian, which could be much more difficult. So this year was very tough and difficult. I believe next year is going to be tougher and more difficult and more complex. So I got ready for that. And I think I need a rest. So in order for another 3-4 years hard working, because these 3 years is not my job. If something wrong, criticize the president of Taobao, CEO of Alibaba, and Alipay. It's their fault because 3 years, their fault. 3 years later, something wrong, my fault. So I come here, and I will spend most of the time in the States, and then thinking, relaxing. And just 2 days ago, I picked up my golf and here and just relax. So nothing about the things people think about. So we are a very lucky company, and there's no chance that we survived. I don't have any sort of backgrounds, a rich father or strong uncles, and I remember 1999, I came to Silicon Valley looking for venture capitalists. I talked to a lot of venture capitalists, and I remember a few days when I drive by the Menlo Park, right? I was rejected by so many venture capitalists. When I talk about Alibaba startups, they look at me strange. What? Alibaba? What are you talking about? But I went back to China with nothing, no money, nobody invested in me, but I'm full of confidence. I saw the American dreams. At that time, 1999, I walk on the high expressway, the high expressway every evening full of cars, and in the parks of the companies, every Sunday, weekends full of cars, and people working day and night. And now this is something I believe is going to happen in China. Without getting any venture capitalist, but I think I went back to China with the American dreams. And we started the business there, and after 12 years, a lot of things happened. We built up the B2B, and nobody believed the B2B would work because the B2B at that time was good, but Alibaba, I don't know, still there? Yeah, Alibaba.com, Broadvision, and Commerce One, these are very famous B2B companies. People say, how can you do B2B in China? Because B2B in the USA, they focus on big companies. They focus on buyers. And we believe there's no big companies in China. And I don't see there are big companies in the short term that with China we have a lot of big companies. Because big companies only SOE. SOE, they do not need e-commerce. They need is government policy, right? So we focus on small business. We believe China, the small business, the private sectors are the future. So we focus on that. And the B2B in the US, they focus on buyers. They want help the buyers to save the cost, to save the time. We believe don't teach the SME, don't teach the small business how to save the cost because they know much better than you do. You should help them how to make money. So we focus on helping small business. We focus on helping them to make money, to sell things abroad. Very difficult to do business at that time, but after 12 years, we got more than 58 million small businesses around the world using our services. That model is not very sexy. Compared to Tencent, Baidu, we do not make that much money like online gamings. But we can sleep well in the evening because the money we make, not online gamings. The money we make is helping small business to survive, to get business opportunities, which I feel very proud of that. And today, as always, I never feel proud of how much money we make. I feel proud how much impact we can help the others, especially small business. Before the history of internet, no company can help over 50 million SMEs. Today, we are trying. And I feel proud of that. This is the first company. And people say, Jack, if you make Alibaba successful, that means you are pulling 1 million tons of ship on the top of the Himalaya. And I say, yes, we will carry that thing down. And we did. The second company is called Taobao. And everybody say, oh my God, you're competing with eBay. I say, why not? China needs an e-commerce site. And building up the China market takes efforts, takes time, and takes great effort. You really want to build up something. So at that time, people say there's no chance. Well, if you never try, how do you know there's no chance? So we tried, and I said, if eBay are the sharks in the ocean, we are the crocodiles in the Yangtze River. Never fight in the ocean, let's fight the Yangtze River. It was difficult. It's a lot of fun. And we survived. They got a 90% market share at that time. Today, for C2C business, we're like 90% market share. And lucky, just lucky. There are a lot of things can be discussed in the future. Today, people always write about the successful stories about Alibaba. And I really don't think we're so smart. We made so many mistakes. We were so stupid at that time. So I think someday the book I personally really want to write about, as I said, is Alibaba 1001 Mistakes. These are the things people should remember, people should learn. If you want to learn how the other people succeed, it's very difficult. There are a lot of lucky things out there. But if you want to learn, if you learn how people feel, you will benefit a lot. And I always like to read those books talking about how people feel. Because if you look into it, any company that feel, the reasons why they feel almost the same. And that really matters. So Taobao succeed, and then we have the Alipay, because everybody say China, oh, no credit system, banking is terrible, logistics terrible, and how can you do e-commerce? I never tell, just like today, I come here not without a PPT, without my business. I'm not coming here to sell your business, sell my business, because I don't have stocks to sell to you guys. But I think because China is not good at logistics, not good at credit system, not good at a banking system, that's why we need the entrepreneurship. That's why we should go and build them up. So I believe if there's no, you build it up. Later, this becomes the standard of China. And I believe China needs that. I remember 6 years ago, I came to the States, I told the USA audience, I believe 5 years later, China will have more internet users than the USA. People say, no. I say, well, you have only 300 million population. China 1.3 billion, right? For you guys to have 400 million internet users without anybody dying, keep on having babies, you take 50 years. We need 5 years. It's just the time issues, right? So let's wait and see. Today, we have more users. And today people say, well, your buying capability is low. Let's see about 5 years later. 5 years later, today people only spend 200 RMB per month. 5 years later, these guys will spend 2,000. And we have patience. We are young. You know, I'm old, but my people only 26 average age. They are young. And let's wait for the future. So Alipay was just like a very, that time people say it's a stupid escrow services, right? John wants to buy things from Stephen. John does not want to wire the money, and Steve does not want to give the product. So we open an account to say, wire the money to us. If you're happy, we wire the money. Not happy, return products, return the money. People say how stupid the model is. Well, we don't care whether stupid or not stupid. We care whether the customer want it or not. Whether really meet the need of the customers. It is stupid, but after 7 years, we have more than 600 million users, registered users in China using that. So stupid things, if you improve it every day, it's going to be very smart. And we believe that. So today it is good, and it's growing, and it's like PayPal, but we are bigger than PayPal right now, on transaction-wise. And the last and most important is Ali Cloud Computing. And not like the other companies, they talk about cloud computing. They want to sell you the hardware, softwares. We have nothing to sell you. We just want computing our own data, because the data we have from the SMEs, because the data we have the consumers from Taobao, data from Alipay. So we believe in the future, the world is going to be the data processing world. How we can share the data with the others in a great way, right? So that's the thing. That's the business about. It's not that good yet, but it is very profitable. The whole company looks healthy, so we are very appreciative. We are the company full of thanks. There's no chance we can win. Now we survive. I think we always ask our own question, why we still working so hard? I talked to my colleague one day, and he said, Jack, I never know that in my life I can do that much. Second, I never know that the things I'm doing are that meaningful to the society. And third, I never know that life is damn that hard. We work day and night. Even now, we work day and night. I get so thinner and strange. And I understand life is not easy. We feel proud because we are changing China. It's not how much money you make. When you see, I think 10 years ago, when I walk on the street, people thank me because my Alibaba B2B helped them to get orders across the ocean. Today, when I walk on the street, the young people say, Jack, thank you very much. My wife and I opened a small shop on Taobao. We made a surviving. We had a great income, and you know, this is meaningful. So we make credit means money. Years ago, if you have a great record, a credit, trust, but you're not rich. Today, if you have a good record on Taobao, you get rich because people do business with those people with good record. We're teaching consumers to smart. People say, Jack, I bought something so cheap on Taobao. Is that a fake product? Yes, we do. Fake products are everywhere. But we spend most of the efforts in China. 50% of the people in Taobao, they're focusing on checking the intellectual property issues. But there's a bottle of wine that costs us only $9. But people buy on the street is $300. Why is that? The channels, the advertisement, the TV shows. Why consumers should pay that much? So we cut that. And we make things changing. So tell the consumers, say, this T-shirt, you buy on Taobao, maybe $30 or $15. You buy in a shop, $150. Not because Taobao selling cheaper, because that shop sells too expensive. We should teach the consumers to be smart. And the third, very important, we saw so many factories in China, especially in Canton. They are not a company. They are not even a factory. They just OEM. They just sell things. They just manufacture. They don't know who are selling for them. And they don't know who are the customers. So anything come, they're all in trouble. So we should tell the manufacturers, you have to contact the consumers yourself. You have to sell yourself, serve yourself. Then this is a real business. Otherwise, it's just a workshop. We're changing that. Policy, you got to pay, But I say, if it is right, let's do it. And this is the world we're changing. And now, today, what we need is not pure programs, not service people and product manager. What we need is sociologists, economists, and those guys who make the principle and the policies. So we are facing a lot of challenges, but we feel proud because I believe in the 21st century, if you want to be a successful company, you have to learn how to solve a problem of the society instead of catching one or two opportunities. It is so easy to catch opportunities. And I'm not bragging. I think today, after 12 years jumping around, I find that making money is very simple. But making sustainable money and responsible to the society, improve the world, meanwhile making a lot of money is very difficult. And this is what we are trying. And we think China, because of internet, is improving. And 3 years later, I'm preparing for that. Today, people say, China's stock, internet stock going down, that because of the VIE, because of what and this. No. I think, look at the US economy. They're facing big challenges. Europe probably go nowhere, right? China, anything that happens today in the US and Europe is going to happen in China 3 years later. China is going to face a big challenge in 3-4 years later. And if you know something bad is coming, get ready for it. Instead of screaming now, instead of complaining.